Hello guys, so in this video we are going to log in our user to Firebase. So let's continue here where we are saying our registration screen here. In the previous video we are printing this. Let's close this out, and then we've already created the method in our authentication provider. All we have to do here is to call our auth repo dot sign in with the phone number. Then we are getting a context, we are getting this phone number, but we don't want this, we want this full phone number. So let's just remove this and then say full phone number, and then the button control as well. So let's close this out, and then for this to work, we need to, because this comes here and do the sign in with Firebase. So for this to work, let's go back to our browser. Let's minimize this first, and then let's go back to our Firebase project. Here in our Firebase project, let's get started. So we come back to our authentication here. If you click on the build, you'll find authentication here, which is this one, and then you click on get started. You let it load, and then here we click on phone auth. We enable our phone authentication. Then there is we can add the test phone numbers here, which is great for testing. So let's go on ahead and do that. We click the arrow down here. Let's add our first test phone number. I'm going to add my first phone number, which is plus 260. This is our country code, and then I'll add the 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Then also I'm going to add my verification pin. Then you click on add. So let's open it again, enable it, and then here, as you can see that I added my phone number. I just need to save here. I've added my test phone number. If I come back here, I can just check here. There is my test phone number, and my authentication phone auth is enabled. I can come back to build and then click on Firestore database. Here we'll click on create. Let's start in production mode. Just click next. Here you can choose the database. I just go with the default. Click enable. So once our Firestore database is done, we come back to our rules. Let's change this to if a request dot auth does not equal to now, which means we only allow read or write to authenticated user. Let's publish this. Okay, and then we come back to build again. Let's go on storage, get started, create start in production mode. Let's click done. Let's just wait for it. Again, let's go back to our rules. let's do the same. We say if request.auth does not equal to now, let's publish. Okay, so that's it on our Firebase. Let's minimize this, and then next is we can try to run the app. Let's run the application. So we know that if we are successful, we are going to our OTP screen. So now let's one more thing I've just forgotten. It won't work right now. We need to add our fingerprint. If we come back to our Firebase, let's minimize this once again. Let's come back here to the gear icon and then project setting. Then here we need to add our fingerprint. So how to get our fingerprints? Let's do that quickly. So I'm going to just right click here and open up my, let me open up my project, and then right click here, open in Explorer. I'm going to bring it here, and then I'm going to go to my C drive. Here in my C drive, I'm going to go to my users. I'm going to my username, and then inside Android here inside Android, if I'm here, I'm going to click the shift key on my Windows and then right click here. Then I will open PowerShell. So once my PowerShell is open inside the Android folder, I'm going to just type this code, key 2 space dash export set, like that, space, another hyphen, and then key store, space, and then debug dot key store space hyphen, I'm going to write list, another space, hyphen, and a V, and then I'm going to press enter on my keyboard. It's going to request for a password. The default password is Android, and then press enter, and then there we have our key. So I'm going to copy my SHA key, copy, come back to my browser, then here on the fingerprint, just click on add fingerprint, and then paste your SHA 1 key, click save. Once that is done, let's go back to our shell. Let's also copy our SHA 2 key, SHA 256, let's copy and then minimize, and then let's add another one, paste it here, let's click save. So we've got our SHA 1 and SHA 256. I can just now come back here and close this, and then I can go back to my Firestore, and then now let's go back to our application. Let's open up our emulator. Let's just run the application again. So once we logged in successful with our PIN, we should go to our OTP screen. So the application has started. Let's try to log in. My number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's click on login. Okay. So it's logging in. Okay, we've got that done icon, takes us to our OTP screen. So now it's time to work in our OTP screen. We are logging in successful. It's coming here until it's take us to our OTP screen. So now here in the OTP screen, we need to pass our verification ID. So we will do that in the next video. Let's end this video right now. Thank you for watching, guys.